Hello friends, welcome back to Let's Play Rocket Knight Adventures. I'm your host, Jasu Bakuhatsu, and here we are. It's final boss time. This is a pretty cool boss. As with everything in this game, this guy has like multiple forms. He's just like constantly changing things up. First form here is not quite the most difficult, but one of the tougher parts of his forms. This here is actually probably the toughest part of the fight, which is honestly not very difficult at all. Here you can't really damage him at all. Like the basic gimmick behind this fight is basically he pops out his weak point at various times throughout the fight, and then you try to rocket attack it, basically. Here, though, he doesn't do anything. He's just kind of showing off his attacks for the next real go of it, and then here we go. And now he's actually using them in kind of slightly upgraded versions, but he reveals his weak point after each one. Easiest way to deal with this, actually, is to, jump up above him so the attack will miss, and the weak point will be exposed right below him. The timing can be a bit tricky, and okay, that's good. He used that attack, at least. And yeah, this is... as you saw earlier, I've taken one hit so far. All of this guy's attacks, and indeed even contact with the body, will only deal 1 heart of damage, even on hard mode. Or not hard mode, even on normal. And that's kind of... And actually, at this point in the fight becomes way easier. This is like the easiest part of the whole fight. I don't even know what they were thinking here. Like, what is the challenge here? How do you even get hit by this? But, whatever. But anyways, basically, the difference between the different difficulty modes is that you take more and more damage as the difficulty gets ramped up in the different difficulty modes. And also the enemies take a bit more hits to kill as well. But this final boss is just one heart of damage on all attacks, on all modes, except for hard. And yeah, for that reason, this is actually a pretty easy boss fight, with the exception of it, again, on hard mode, because you die in 1 hit, and it's such a long boss fight with so many different forms. There we go, got the timing there. And yeah, once you're ready for it, this last form is just a joke. The weak point is always on the bottom opposite side as you, so you can just keep on rocket attacking it, and there's just nothing to it. It's like his attack, it's like the rings he shoots out get faster and faster each time, but it doesn't even matter, because... Oh yeah, and so... I don't know what's going on with the story with this game. So it's like, okay, we go into the Pigstar, and the Emperor turns out to be a robot, and then you fight the core of the Pigstar, which is apparently like a little circle with a pig's face on a monitor, which I have like this theory that the intention of the story, I think, is that like it's like the Pigstar like created a robot and sent it to Elhorn to like create a pig empire. Because apparently the pigs are native Elhornians. We know that from the latest Rocket Knight game. So they're native denizens of the world of our Elhorn. So I figured that the Pigstar like came from space and made the robot Devatandos, and the fight's not actually over yet, so that's why I'm still blabbing. And sort of established itself as the leader of the pigs to revive itself. Basically is my theory, at least. He's got like a freaky face in this phase as well. It just looks evil. I don't know. Isn't that the face of like an evil AI, don't you think? I don't know. At least I think that's the intent behind the story, what with the robot emperor and the monitor with the pig's face and the core, whatever. I don't know. It's open to interpretation, I guess, which is a weird thing to say. This last phase of the fight, this actually only appears on the normal difficulty or higher. The game actually ends after you get into the escape pod here, if you're playing on easy or children difficulty. Is that true? Yeah, I think that's true. So yeah, I think this is the minimum difficulty you actually have to play on to get like the full final boss and the full ending. And indeed, all you got to do here is just dodge all of his attacks, and he burns up in the atmosphere. Again, pretty easy on... Or I guess this is the only difficulty that you can actually see it, other than hard, but it's another one of those things that becomes way more intense on hard mode, because again, you got that 1-hit kill, and you've only got... There's no extra lives beyond that point either, so you only got so many tries to do it. I never actually did game over on that final phase of the fight. The first time I made it to that final phase of the fight, I did have a couple game overs on the final boss before that, but the final escape sequence, first time I made it to there on hard mode was the first time I beat the game. And anyways, yeah, we returned with the princess. I don't know. So I guess he just left her behind in the pig capital or something when he went off to space, and then I guess he just went back to the pig capital and then grabbed the princess and then rocketed her back to the to the possum castle. I guess that's kind of a lot of ground to cover in that little like less than a second fade out that we saw between the capsule landing and the ending, but I guess that's it. And indeed, that was the whole ending, basically. And again, Konami games did that thing back in the day where it's like you get like you don't get to see the full game or the full ending if you play on like the little baby wussy difficulty settings. So yeah, any of you guys who I guess played the game on like the children or easy difficulty settings might have never gotten to see the ending of this game. So yeah, this is it. That was Sparkster. Yeah, I guess sort of wrap up my thoughts on the game. Like I said, it's like again, I made it look kind of easy and breezy and fun, maybe, but it's actually quite challenging to actually learn the game. It's a lot of that comes down to I think the rocket attack in this game is a bit underutilized and a little bit clunky. Like a lot of the time, you like use it on an enemy and you get a weird bounce that like rockets you. It's like you bounce off an enemy and you go like into a hole or end up taking contact damage for some reason or whatever. And it's just and also a lot of the time, just the rocket attack is so fast and so just like out of control. It's like it's yeah, you lose control for a moment after using the rocket attack until you land. So it's like you really got to know when. That's Michiru Yamane there of Castlevania Symphony of the Night fame on the music there. Again, like I said, this game has phenomenal music, one of the best soundtracks on the Genesis, I think. But anyways, yeah, it's like basically when you're first learning the game, the easiest way to get through everything is to almost ignore the rocket attack entirely, just because it's so risky to use it so much of the time. So it's like until you really start to experiment and start to like really learn the boss patterns and everything, all the intricacies of the rocket attack and its interaction with the different enemies and stuff, it's kind of, and also memorizing the layouts of each of the levels and knowing when it's safe to rocket attack and when you need to take it slow. And it's like until you learn all that stuff, the game is kind of just your bog standard 2D platformer, at least in terms of the basic controls. Again, the game does a fantastic job of just constantly changing things up with all these different set pieces, never doing the same thing for like more than a few seconds, and it's just I love that crazy amount of variety. This is probably the most, and this is the game that probably does that the best out of like, or maybe not the best, the most out of any other 2D platformer I've ever played. Just a more constant variety in this game than like any other game I've ever played, I think, which is just great. And here they implore you, yeah, try hard mode. Hard mode doesn't actually give you an extended any ending or anything. It just says like, I think it honestly just says like you are a super player or something at the end here if you actually do beat it on hard mode, which I actually did try to do. It took me, like I said, it took me a bit of learning to get back up to speed at this game. I had to do a few practice runs before I got sort of good enough at it to be confident about getting through smoothly. And at first I had like this crazy ambition that I was going to do my Let's Play on hard mode, and that was not going to happen at all. This game's really, really hard on hard mode. I don't know how I ever freaking did it, but any of you guys out there, I challenge you, give Rocket Knight Adventures a shot on hard mode after, playing through the game on the easier difficulties, because it's good to have, good to play through the game and have fun, and then start to hate it, but just like the crazy stupid difficulty mode. But yeah, this was just a fun run. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's a great game. I do like it a lot. It's probably not in my top 10. Yeah, not in my top 10 2D platformers of all time, but probably, yeah, definitely in my top 20, I would say. And yeah, that's Rocket Knight Adventures. Yeah, it's just a blast from the past. I was crazy about this game when I was a kid. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. As ever, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next game.